Hello and welcome to the Real-Esteem podcast. Today is May the 25th, 2018. I'm your host, Patrick Tabor, and today on the Parenting Edition, we're going to talk about gifts. If you'd like to listen to any of our previous podcasts or get more information about our book, please visit us at enith.com, EYNIITH.com. Just keep thinking they are a gift from the Lord. Regardless of what happens, they are a gift from the Lord. Doesn't matter how bad that situation is, they are still a gift from the Lord. Talking about your children are a gift from the Lord. In Psalms 127 and 3, it says, children are a gift from the Lord. They are a reward from Him. In other words, God entrusts you with the lives of these children. And it's a gift. He wants to give you something that is going to not only bring you joy, but it's going to bring you discipline. It's going to bring you a lot of things that you may not have anticipated coming through the gift of a child. But I mean, they challenge us, they stretch us. We have to learn how to be less and less selfish. We have to give more than we ever expected to be able to give to an individual. And we recognize that our time gets worn out or used up very quickly when you have children. So, remember how important it is that God said they're a gift. Why are they a gift? I think God uses this. It's kind of funny. It's almost like a little joke. I think He uses it just like He uses everything else to work on us and mold us and shape us into what we actually need to be. When you have kids, you get away from, you still want to do certain things, but you kind of get away from a lot of things that you may have just wouldn't take a second thought if you didn't have children. So I think it's beneficial in that sense. And then if you think about it, the amount of joy you can get from a child, your own children, seeing them, their mannerisms that you didn't teach them, or witnessing them follow a pattern or have a behavior or a habit or something that you do, and to see them do that, but yet you haven't taught them that even as a little child. I mean, it's an amazing thing. There are so many things that there's so much more that you gain by having children. Not to say people who don't have children don't have a lot to gain, but I'm just saying I believe God gives you children to show you these great gifts of trying to grow and develop and train up in the way that they should go, really accepting them for who they are, learning that their personality may be different from yours and may be different from everybody else in the house. So, being able to navigate new experiences, understanding a different personality that you may have never had to deal with before, it can really be a great thing, because whether you know it or not, you are also growing as that child grows. If you're doing what the Lord wants you to do and you're managing your time well and you're trying to spend time with those children, you're changing, whether you know it or not. James 1:17 says, every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no variation or shadow due to change. So, I mean, He knows what He's doing. He knew what He was doing by giving you that specific child. And I don't know if you ever thought about that in that fashion. You may have a lot of good things that you think about, and maybe some negative things that you think about as far as your children are concerned. But the truth be told, He knew what He was doing with you and your child. He gave you that perfect gift, and He knew it would be a blessing to you. Sometimes you have to wait a little while to see some of the results from the fruit and the investment that you've put into that child. But I'm going to tell you something. It's really great when you see them flourish, when you see them grow, when you see them make good decisions and you're not even around. It's a great feeling. And, that will come as long as you persevere and continue to sow into them good things, positive things, good attitudes. Show them how to live instead of just telling them how to live. You have so much to gain from seeing them grow up and develop and do things that you may not have imagined them to be able to do, but they've done it, and it's sometimes to your benefit. In John 3:16, very familiar scripture, for God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have eternal life or everlasting life. So if you really think about that, God gave his best. He gave his only son. He gave the greatest gift to us that we could ever have. And I mean, it's an amazing thing if you think about it. Just as he gives us children as gifts, he gave his own child up so that we might have an opportunity to spend eternity with him. So just remember, he loves giving gifts, and he's always going to give you a gift that you can never, if you really are listening to God and paying attention to what he's saying and not just speaking to him all the time through your prayers, then you can see the greatness in the gift that he gave you. Never look at a child as a burden. They're not. They're a gift. So I hope you got something out of this today. Be blessed. Grace and peace.